Charles, 1-1 draw, home to Northampton Town. A point again on the board against high-flying opposition. Your thoughts on that?
I think it was a good point in the end. Obviously conceding the goal was frustrating, but to show the character to come back into the game, I think is a really good sign going forwards. And like you say, we've had a really tough run of fixtures. We've picked up a good amount of points. We would of course have liked more from some of the positions that we've been in, but I think when we look back on it, I think we'll see it as a good point because they've been flying recently. If you look at the results in the league, especially I think 4 wins in a row. So for us, I think it's a good point and one that we need to build on now.
What was the game like to play in? You saw for a good hour at least. Quite a scrappy game, not a lot of chances and a lot of battling in the middle of the park. Then they scored and it seemed to open up a little bit.
Yeah, we know what they're about. They're a strong physical side. Every year they're the same, and they've got players who are good in the air, who are good physically and who can work up and down for 90 minutes. So we knew it was going to be a really tough test, and for us it was about matching that work rate and trying to sort of apply our own style and our own game into it. So I think, like you say, it comes 60 minutes, 70 minutes, especially after the goal. We came into it really strong, and I think, like I say, it's a good point and we can definitely build on it.
Spoken about games like this against high-flying teams, Northampton, I think the fourth going into this game. Can we be pleased with the return we've got? We've not won since Swindon, but at the same time we've not lost, and you might argue we should have more points on the board over these past 5-6 games than we have done.
Yeah, I think that's it. Of course it's frustrating. We want to win every game that we play, but at times I think you have to look back and take the positives. We went 1-0 down after 60 minutes. It could have been easy for us to then lose the game 2 and 3. So for us to get back into the game, to stick together, it shows a lot about the character of the group, and it's just about finishing games off. I think, like I say, today was a scrappy game. There weren't too many clear-cut chances, and in other games, like I say, we should have won and we should have picked up the 3 points. But if you look at the opposition that we've played, we're matching it with them, and it's about then picking up wins to back up the draws, because that's where you start climbing the table.
Another goal for you today as well. I think we're up to 8 goal involvements. I'm right in saying this season. You must be pleased with the way since last season you've built on that and you're starting to get more and more involved in the goals a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly. That's what my game needs to be about. I'm playing off the left, and for me it's about creating chances, getting assists and scoring goals, because that's what I'm in the team to do. Of course I have to do my work defensively, but ultimately I'm an attacker and I need to show that quality, and this season it's been more about my end product. I think I could have had a lot more than I've got, but it's a learning process, and it's about being in those positions and then ultimately being really clinical and taking my chances, because if I take my chances then we'll score more goals, and if I create assists then we'll score more goals, so then that'll push us up the table.
Straight back out on Tuesday with the amount of games we've got packed in, obviously with the Exeter game now being replayed again, is it easy or necessary, I guess, to get into that rhythm of Saturday, Tuesday again approaching Christmas?
Yeah, I think so. We had to do it a lot last season, so I think we were sort of used to it anyway, and it's been nice to have a few Tuesdays this season which have been free and given us a chance to work together as a team and put in the extra training to make sure that come the Saturday we're prepared. But ultimately you want to play games as a footballer. Your games are the sort of bread and butter, so that's what we do the training for. So it's good to be back out there. We need to recover, go again, that's all we can do.